Anglers Extra.
Welcome back to the Anglers Extra pregame show. It's time for the Manager's Show. I'm here with John Schiffner, back at Veterans Field. Schiff, when we talked after the halfway point, you said your team needed to play with more consistency and make a little bit of a run. Well, here they are. They've won 4 in a row.
Yeah, I'm very proud of them, and we've done it, doing just about everything you should do well in a baseball field. We've got clutch hits. We've taken advantage of mistakes. We've got good pitching. We played good defense. We've just done what good baseball teams tend to do, so I'm very pleased at where we're at.
Yesterday, kind of a mix of all those things you talked about, where taking advantage of mistakes and also continuing the theme with someone new stepping up. Tom Borden came in as a pinch hitter, had a big single and a double that really spurred the offense. What did you see from him yesterday?
Well, he's taking advantage of his opportunities, and that's what this whole thing's about. Is you have to be ready all the time. We wanted to play Tom. He hadn't played in a few days, so we wanted to get him in the lineup. It was a perfect situation with a righty on the mound and a couple righties still out there for them. So it wasn't like he's going to get hit with a tough lefty, after one at bat. So it was a good situation for him to be in. And it's too bad he didn't get that RBI because that outfield's hard as a rock out there, and we get the ground rule double, and then we get the pass ball and the big base hit by Chit. So that's that's what we need to do, and we got to step up, and we have to get new guys to step up every night, and hopefully we're going to get more and more guys to contribute.
When I talked to Tom post-game, he said that he knew, because you or other coaches had talked to him, that he might come in if a right-handed pitcher comes in. What do you say to a player who's not starting but might have that opportunity late in the game to come up with a clutch hit?
Well, just that's what we tell him. We told him that, he hadn't played in a game or two, and that's one of the things I don't want to do is let a kid get buried here. We don't bring him here to bury the kids, and I just wanted to let him know that I thought it'd be best if he waited to see a right-handed arm. He's been struggling a little bit. They started a lefty. He was going to start if they had a righty on the mound. And I told him if he wasn't going to play yesterday, he'd definitely play today, regardless of who's pitching. And that's the way we communicate with the guys. And we told Tommy he'd be ready at any time. And as soon as they brought in the righty, I told him you go in for Dale. And that's what you have to do in the summer situation: be ready to go all time.
Yesterday, also, the pitching continued to be outstanding. Thompson, followed by the bullpen. I'm guessing if I told you at this point in the season, you'd take the staff with the best league ERA and the least errors in the league as well.
Absolutely. That's that's what you need in this league, especially. You need the good arms, and you need to play defense when you can, and the hitting will take care of itself. You're not going to see a lot of blowouts. I saw that game. I think Brewster beat somebody 18-2, and that doesn't happen real often in the Cape Cod League. And 11-2s are pretty rare, So it's the 5-3 games, the 4-1 games, the 3-2 games, and those are the games that you scratch and claw. You take advantage of every base runner. You have to execute late in the game. So that's the types of games you have to play the majority of the time.
Thompson last night pitched well the night before. It was Tommy Lawrence. You've told me already how happy it makes you when you get to tell those temporary guys to stay. What is your feeling when you see them succeed on a nightly basis the way those two have, at least?
It's fabulous. It's a fabulous story. That they weren't sure if they're going to make the team, and they do. And they've contributed. Thompson's to both of them are in the top 10 or so, very close in league statistics. So that's pretty good for temporary players. So, I couldn't be happier and I couldn't be more proud of those guys because they've earned their spots and they've proven they deserve to be in the Cape Cod League.
Moving to the past a little bit, we've already touched on Chad Holbrook a little bit, but I want to know, how do you feel? You've talked about when you see Evan Longoria guys playing in the pros, but now you see Chad Holbrook taking over at one of the top college programs in the country, if not the top. How do you feel when you see a player you coached turn into a head coach themselves?
Well, it's fabulous. It's fabulous for Chad. It's long been coming for him to get that job, and there were other jobs that Chad could have taken, but I think he wanted to stay, in the SEC and the ACC. There were jobs he had a chance to take, and, you couldn't get a better person. Outstanding coach, outstanding recruiter. He's going to do very well there, and we couldn't be more happy for him. Martha and I, we go back a long way with Chad, and it's really special to see him get that job. It was just a matter of time, but I know he was looking, he's good enough where he can pick where he wants to go versus going any place. He knew he was going to get, one of those jobs, and I think, he and Ray had probably talked about this for a while, and I think that may be part of what drew Chad to South Carolina, leaving North Carolina, that at some point Ray was going to give it up and Chad was going to take over. But those are two of our favorite people. They're just outstanding guys. I wish Ray the best of luck. Jumping to the dark side now. He's going to make those administrative decisions versus coaching decisions, and Chad will do a great job there.
Any memories, or what do you remember from Chad Holbrook when he was in Chatham? I know that was a while ago.
Oh, he could play. Chad Holbrook was an outstanding player. 110% kind of guy. Dive for balls in the outfield. Made some spectacular catches. And then, He could move the ball around the infield with anyone. I mean, he could drop it down third. He could drop it down first. He flew. He stole bases. Really, really good player. Kind of on the lines of someone we had several years ago, be Addison Johnson, same type of player. And he was a joy to watch. And just, again, a great teammate, hard 90 every time. And if he got on base, you knew there was going to be pickoff move. Very similar to what Engel does, just a little bit different body type. Chad's not as big as Engel, but that's what Chad did to a defense. He just drove them crazy because he was going to go at any time.
Thanks a lot, Schiff. Back to the here and now. The Anglers looking for their 5th consecutive win as they take on the Wareham Gatemen. Good luck in tonight's game.
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it.
That's the Manager's Show. We continue with the Anglers Extra pregame show. Send it back upstairs to Chris Fitzgerald.